All right, I really want to start this video off in a serious tone, because that's how I want it to come off as. I know I could come on here and talk about the Mavericks and be funny all the time, or try to have the grass is greener or the optimism at an all-time high. But I want to clear some things up about the mentality I think most of Mavs fans have as to what we need from the Mavericks for the next several years, or just not years. I'm thinking too long term. I'm sorry. I'm talking about the next couple of weeks and the next couple of months. And what I'm trying to get at and what I'm trying to say is the mindset that we need to have, or the mindset that we have that we need the front office to have, is that with Luka, we don't have time to waste. We don't have the luxury to just waste time with Luka. And if we want to become a team that has a potential to win, has a potential to win multiple championships, has a potential to get the most out of this star, then what we're currently doing isn't what needs to be done to make sure that is going to be successful. And so I really wanted to start this off as the mentality that I got, the mentality that I think with when it comes for the Mavericks is, how can we make sure the team is successful? And by making sure the team is successful is pairing up Luka with the players that he needs around him. And by doing so, we need to make sure that we are not wasting opportunities. We're not wasting minutes. We're not wasting rotations. We're not wasting time periods. We are past that point of that luxury. We are done with waiting for Luka to get a little bit better or to find different people. And I know we used to give them a lot of credit for trying different things, making certain trades. That's cool. But at this point, it's not even about trades. And this is what I wanted to talk about. As you saw the title of this video, it's not about, trying to figure out what works for Luka. Actually, a lot of this stuff is out of Luka's control. Actually, a lot of this stuff is out of Mark Cuban's control. Actually, a lot of this stuff is out of Nico Harrison's control. And what I said on the title is that the Mavericks, and specifically Jason Kidd, need to stop kidding around when it comes to Luka Doncic. And what I mean by that is that you have a player in Christian Wood. You have a player that is a legitimate number two. Could be a legitimate number two. He's shown it plenty of times in the very little amount of minutes he gets to play. He's shown it. And what I mean by us needing to stop kidding around, yeah, it's a little double entendre on Jason Kidd's name. But we need to stop kidding around. And I legitimately mean that as far as how Jason Kidd is running his team and how he uses his players, but on how we're just using this season to be like, hey, does Christian Wood have something to prove to us? We got to see more. He didn't play that great in the fourth quarter. That's why it cost us the game. We need to see his maturity. Listen, we need to stop kidding around. We've seen enough. And when you don't, when it feels like you don't take the criticism or the suggestions or the overall vantage point of what the Mavericks are doing into consideration as a coach, because it doesn't feel like he's taking it into consideration. That is just my perspective from outside looking in. I'm not trying to say Jason Kidd sucks. I'm not trying to say he's not good at coaching. I was excited about the hire. I've been supportive as hell about Jason Kidd. You can look all through my videos. Been very supportive of Jason Kidd. What I'm not supportive of is what? Is playing Christian Wood 17 minutes against the Denver Nuggets without a Nikola Jokic, a Jamal Murray, and a Aaron Gordon. You didn't play him for more than 17 minutes in a game without a team without their 3 starters. 17 minutes. He was only able to get 3 shots up. 3 shots. Let me go down this game log. 26 minutes on Friday. What happened that game, right? 26 minutes on Friday. And I posted a comment on We Talk Mavs postgame. I was like, cool. For once, we beat a team that we should have beaten. Whoop-de-doo. That's good. That's what we should be doing. Thinking, we're going to roll into Sunday. We're going to repeat what we did, to win the goddamn game. And we didn't. Because why? Because we're so far up our ass, we can't think outside the box or see things at work or know which players to put where. Maxi Kleber hasn't even played in a couple of games. And somehow, Christian Wood only got 17 minutes. It's not even out of the realm of possibility that this could be a form of sabotage. It feels like it is. And you got Mavs media protecting Jason Kidd or the Mavs. Because, the Mavs media, they really don't want to criticize them too much. The Mavericks in general. People are scared to criticize Luka when he takes horrible game-winning shots with 2.7 seconds left on the clock. Or when he's not getting back on defense. Shout out my boy Dave, because he always does. He's always have been very critical of Luka in certain aspects, right? The Mavs media are not going to ask these questions like we want them to be asked. And there's really no transparency when it comes to Jason Kidd and his decision making. Like, why are you not playing your second best player a minimum of at least 25 minutes a game? If you're going to be this far up your ass, at least give the dude 25 minutes. If it was me, I'm giving him 32, 34. I'm putting him out there as long as Luka's out there. Or for this point, however long Bullock is out there, I need to put Christian Wood out there. Because what is Bullock giving you? I don't want to do the stats. I don't want to do him like that. I like Bullock. But he's been playing bad this year so far. Tim Hardaway Jr. Do I even have to get into that? Yeah, let's get into that. So you're telling me that Tim Hardaway Jr. got 21 minutes over a Christian Wood. This can't be. This can't be. This can't be, right? Tim Hardaway got 21 minutes. And Bullock got 26 minutes. Tim Hardaway was 0 for 9. Reggie Bullock was 1 for 5. And, Dorian Finney-Smith's going to stay out there. He played 36 minutes, but he was 1 for 5. 3 points. So, a combination of these guys. Tim Hardaway, 2 points. Bullock, 3 points. DFS, 3 points. So, you got 8 points out of 3 players that played over 20 minutes in this game. But your second best player only got 17 minutes and had 5 points, 2 assists, 7 rebounds. He basically had almost everybody's stat line put together with those 3 players that I previously mentioned. Here's what I'm really trying to get at. Stop kidding around. Stop playing around with Christian Wood's minutes. Stop playing around with this rotation. Stop playing. I know the front office can't make changes yet. I know they're going to wait to the trade deadline to where there's actually some more viable assets that you could trade for. I understand that. You got to play it coy. You got to play it cool. You got to wait for that moment to strike. I get all of that. What I don't get is being, I can't even find a word. Being so stubborn. I guess that's the word. Stubborn to see the difference of what one player can make versus the difference that these other players are not making. If you're going to play Hardaway as much as we have and for him to play as poorly as he's had, we can't accept that. Here's the thing. At this point, this is what I really wanted to get across. And I'm trying to get it across through this video. The thing is, we don't have time to play around, to kid around, to be kidding around with this team. When you got players that we had loved at one point or still love, but we know that they're just not those players anymore. Tim Hardaway is a perfect case. We know, he was once a great shooter. We know he was once a great contributor to the game, right? But we can't attach ourselves to that. And the front office can't. And the reason for that, we just don't have the time to waste with Luka. It all comes back to him. Like, this is a business at the end of the day. And I know the players know that too. And as harsh and as rough these critical conversations can be, that's where Mark Cuban, Jason Kidd, Nico Harrison need to have these crucial conversations about what the hell are you doing when it comes to these rotations. Can you explain to me why are you only playing Christian Wood 17 minutes? Is there a little agenda that you got going on against him? Like, what is it when you know that what y'all did on Friday with Christian Wood, all them pick and rolls, them pick and pops, utilizing him for 16 shots against the Nuggets, and you only got 3 and almost 10 minutes less in this game. It blows my mind. And really what I'm trying to get across is that the Dallas Mavericks, and more specifically Jason Kidd, needs to stop kidding around with Luka's time. Because before you know it, as much as I never wanted to even consider this conversation, I never even wanted to even utter the thought of this, Luka will leave our ass if we don't turn this shit around in some form or fashion. And I say this because the way we've been playing, it is unacceptable to lose to at least 4 teams without 3 of their starters. And we had Luka in each one of those games. Imagine if we just benched Luka once. Ain't no way we'd be in any other NBA team. And that's glaringly obvious. Josh Green had a great night the previous night. All for what? He's developing, but yet, what you needed was another punch, and you weren't getting that punch from Tim Hardaway. You weren't getting that punch from Bullock. You weren't getting that punch from DFS. The punch you had to help you get over it, because Luke was having a rough night. Spencer Dinwiddie was having a rough night. Imagine this is Christian Wood. I present you. Christian Wood is right here. Blows my mind. So to end this, whoever watched this, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't long-winded, but the Dallas Mavericks need to stop kidding around. I'm out. It's your boy TGK. I'm going to catch you on the next one.